And welcome to Delaware Live Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell with Scott Cameron, and we're here for the Sussex Central Milford first match of the season online. The Milford Bucks and Cape Henlopen. My bad. We were supposed to be doing Sussex Central today, so we're at Cape Henlopen. Scott, real quick, back to wrestling, somewhere we didn't think we were going to be, but yet we're here.
Yeah, this is so exciting, Benny. I think everyone in the whole state's ready for some real action, and today, Benny, we're going to get a treat. We anticipate both these teams being in the D1 top 5 when the Delaware Live Sports rankings come out very shortly.
Yeah, a little trouble getting couldn't get a good gauge on coaches sending stuff in, so it was kind of hard to get a ranking out there. Yeah, but hopefully we'll have them next week once everybody hits the mat this weekend and Monday. Folks, I'm Benny Mitchell of Delaware Live Sports. Scott Cameron is my color commentator. On the camera, Missy Holoquist. And Scott, this match here tonight, like you said, two of maybe the top 5 teams in the state. Milford's got some holes. It looks like they're going to be forfeiting, definitely going to be forfeiting the heavyweight, maybe even 220, because I saw their 220 was wrestling JV. So if that's the case, they're going out down 12 to start this match.
Yeah, and that's not where you want to be. It looks like Cape has 5 returning state place winners spread out throughout the lineup. Milford, of course, has returning state champ at 126. They have a finalist, Corey Messick, at 120, and also at 132 they have a returning finalist in Trent Grant. So they got some studs. They got some superstars on their side too, and we're looking at some really good matchups. And I think there's really not going to be a lot of movement, and these guys are going to wrestle head to head. And hopefully, one of the things that come out of this is you'll see some matchups maybe you wouldn't see in a normal year.
So let's go through this Milford lineup as you see them on your screen. You're going to start off with Emily Toady, the sophomore, 13 and 20 last year. She's at 106 pounds. At 113 pounds is the 8th grader, Trevor Copes, 2-time middle school champ, 26-0, pinned all but one through middle school, Scott. So that's for an 8th grader, that's a tough kid coming in here for the Milford Bucks. Then at 120, Corey Messick, runner-up 2 years ago, 3rd last year, 28 and 8 Henlopen Conference runner-up. At 126, Jack Toady, the junior, 44 and 5 last year, state champ, and he's a 2-time conference champ. And as you spoke earlier about Trent Grant at 132, 44 and 9, state runner-up last year, conference champion. 138, Aaron Briscoe, he is also weighed in at 132, so there could be a move made there by Don Parsley. He's a junior, 5th in the Henlopen Conference last year. And then at 145, the sophomore, Ryan Mayha, 14 and 4 in the varsity, but he did win the War on the Shore. And then Tim O'Hara at 152, 38 and 5, 3rd in the state, 2nd in the conference. Avery Copes at 160. He also weighed in at 52. He did not wrestle last year, but as a freshman, he was 6th in the Henlopen Conference. And at 170, Dwayne Wiltbank, the sophomore, 15 and 4 last year. He also won War on the Shore JV. Then Oliver Barnes at 182. Rafael Mahea, 5th in the conference, and that was a 5th where he bumped up 2 weight classes last year to fill a spot. And then 220, but I think Jordan Curry had already wrestled in the JV tonight. So that's got, like you said, that's a pretty solid lineup for the Milford Buccaneers.
That's right, and we'll go through the Cape Henlopen lineup. At 106, we have Arthur Bennett. He's a 12th grader, 4 and 3 last year. He's been in and out of the starting lineup, but he's really excited that this is his year, and he's going to make a good run for it. At 113, we have Ronnie Mejia. He's a 9th grader, pretty good middle school career last year, so he's in the lineup for the first time. At 120, we have Josh Wright, Henlopen Conference 6th place winner, 17 and 19 last year. He's a sophomore. At 126, we have Grant Barzak. He's an 11th grader, transferred from Monroe Woodbury, 50 miles north of New York City.
Downtown New York City.
There you go. Brian Garcia at 132, Polytech JV, the unofficial JV state champion from last year. Mikey Frederick, returning state place winner, 3rd place in the state, 3rd in the conference, 37 wins last year.
And he's dropping down a weight.
He's dropping down a weight. Luke Bender is moving up 2 weight classes to 145. He was 35 and 10 last year, placed 3rd in the state, 2nd in the conference. CJ Fritchman, 10th grader, 36 and 15, 6th in the state, 6th in the conference. Carson Kammerer, 6th in the state, 4th in the conference. He's moving up a few weight classes, right, from 120 to 160 now. Now, Michael Elphick is a transfer from Daniel Boone High School outside of Reading, Pennsylvania. Dalton Deavy, an 11th grader, wrestled middle school at Cape. Last 2 years at Milford, 21-3 last year in the top rankings, 302 rankings last year. Alex Taylor's a 10th grader. Last year he was on JV here. 220, Jackson Hanlon, who has placed in the state before, Benny. Third place in the conference, 34 wins last year. And Lucas Rupert, third place in the state, 11th grader with 30 wins. So this is a pretty accomplished lineup from both sides, and hopefully we'll see some of what the best that Sussex County has to offer here tonight.
So we're going to it looks like we're going to be getting started right away here, folks. Later on in the show, we will have a trivia question brought to you by Sodell Concepts. The winner of the trivia question, you have to put your answer in the chat, folks. The answer has to go in the chat. You can't text me. You can't send me an email. Put it in the chat. And the winner wins a gift certificate from a Sodell restaurant, any of the Sodell restaurants. That will be coming up about mid-match. Right now, getting ready for the coin toss. And this is going to be coin toss is going to be important here, Scott, because I'm looking at 32, and we originally thought 82, but Davey weighed in at 95. So I think the move, if there is a move to be made, will be at 32.
Yeah, we're looking at possibly moves at 32. 38, there can be a move at 52, 60. So there are a couple moves that be made, and we'll see if Coach Parsley, who's quite an experienced wrestling coach here for Milford, if he's going to make some moves or he's going to play it straight up. It's really interesting to see because there's not going to be a team state champion this year. It's going to be crowned at the individual tournament.
Correct.
So maybe they wrestle straight up, try and get the better seeding, or they bump around, try and win the Henlopen Conference North. I'm interested to see. So we have Mikey Frederick and Jackson Hanlon for Cape Henlopen are the captains on the coin flip, and with Corey Messick is out there with Coach Parsley on the coin flip for Milford Buccaneers.
Cape Henlopen coached by Chris Mattioni, and Milford coached by Don Parsley. Just retired as a driver's ed teacher, effective yesterday.
That's right, and Chris Mattioni, a graduate of the Citadel, where he wrestled, and Don Parsley from my alma mater,
Lock Haven. So we're going to start at 106 pounds, folks. That's going to be Emily Toady, the sophomore, versus Arthur Bennett, senior, for Cape Henlopen.
Yeah, and we've seen Emily wrestle last year, and she's a tough competitor. She is very difficult to pin. I will say that about her.
And she's going to slow this match down to her pace, too.
Absolutely. She is a scrapper, and she's tough, and I can imagine she was doing pretty good in the living room wrestling matches with her brother Jack,
right.
And here we are.
So here we go, folks. Ready for the first whistle of the night, and we're underway at 106 pounds. Cape Henlopen and the Milford Buccaneers on the mat. Henlopen Conference Northern Division match. And it looked like Bennett just trying to get a little arm drag there, pull her in, but Toady had great balance. She's able to circle away from that.
Absolutely, and Arthur Bennett's a senior here, and he's been with the program for 4 years, and this is the first time he's officially got the starting spot, so I think he wants to start the season off on the right foot. And we pointed to this match in the beginning, Benny, and said, this
could be key, yeah.
This could be a pivotal matchup, and this is something that a victory by Milford would really put them in good shape.
Toady in on a single, but Bennett able to sprawl back and crush her to the mat.
She's hanging tight. She's been tough in these positions here, and she continues to work up. Bennett's long, so he's got some leverage, and we'll see if he can use some of the moves that Coach Jensen has taught him over the years.
And Toady able to fight that off. Unable to get behind is Bennett.
One of the interesting things this year, Benny, is we're going to see how conditioning's affected by the masks. I mean, masks are really, that's just something new. It's uncharted territory. So are the masks going to really be a factor, or are they not going to be a factor?
45 seconds to go here in the first period when Bennett gets the takedown and goes up 2-0.
It's also got a half on the right side and a wrist. It's a really interesting environment. You can have one fan per wrestler here tonight, Benny.
Home team wrestler.
Home team, and no visiting spectators.
Look across the way, and somebody already cheated. They brought an infant in. That's 2 fans per one wrestler.
1.25.
Right.
They're a long-time Cape Henlopen fans, so they're allowed to do what they want.
They're allowed to, and they're spread out. So
I will say this: it will reduce the amount of conflicts.
Right. Correct.
We're looking for a 40% reduction in fans.
Well, and the ref is only going to be wrong half the time tonight. So that's the end of the first period. Score 2-0 for Arthur Bennett.
And we watched 14 JV matches before this. That's why we got late on the air. And the ref tonight did an excellent job in all 14
Did all of them. Plus, we had
He really did great.
Dover was here with the 3 guys they had, and they got their matches in with Milford and Kate. And folks, we're in a mask break.
So this is new this year.
This is very new this year.
You get 10 seconds?
Each wrestler goes to the corner. Now, I've seen some matches where they were putting the kids in the opposite corner. Now, they are putting them opposite of the coaches, I guess, so no coaching goes on during the mass break. So come back, and we're going to go neutral position.
Yeah, in my neighborhood growing up, they would send you to opposite corners on the street when there were disputes. So that's a common thing. But, yeah, it's 10 or 20 seconds. You get your mask off, you catch your breath, and then you get choice, and then you're back in there. And there was one really interesting match in the Dover Cape, and that at heavyweight, Lucas Rupert, who was 3rd last year at heavyweight, wrestled Bunbury from Dover, who I guess bumped up from 220 to heavyweight,
yes.
and Bunbury won 7-5, I believe. So that was something that will affect the rankings as we go here,
Absolutely.
if he stays at heavyweight or he doesn't.
My word from Coach was that he will be going 220. Shot by Bennett. Toady able to flip him through and get the hips back on top, but Bennett back in deep, gets the hips in, lifts her to the mat, and gets the takedown. 4-0 lead for Arthur Bennett. Folks, your scoreboard down in the lower left-hand corner. Match score is on the right. The team score will appear to the left of the logos of each team. Minute to wrestle here in the second period. 4-0 lead for Arthur Bennett of the Cape Henlopen Vikings. Cape in the, I guess you call them the Carolina blue and navy blue singlets. Milford in the maroon and gold.
Cape seems to like to change their singlets regularly,
right?
And Milford, on the other hand, they're like Penn State. They're sticking with what they got. They're sticking with what works.
Approaching 30 seconds to go here in the second period with a 4-0 lead for Arthur Bennett.
And we really didn't know what to expect here.
No, we didn't. And Toady is going to put him in danger. She gets the reversal, now has him towards his back. With 20 seconds to go, she's at least going to pick up the back. Looking for the fall here with 18 seconds to go in the second period. Probably needs to get the feet and the hips closer to his head and left. 10 seconds to go here in the period.
All the coaches are yelling to circle a different direction.
That's right.
Just pick one.
And that's going to go off, and that's going to be 3 back for Emily Toady. And he is going to get the reversal at the buzzer.
I'll tell you, she is scrappy, man. She is scrappy. It was starting to look like Bennett was taking control of the match,
right.
Benny, and here you go. She goes with the reversal and right to the back, and
right.
half an inch from
I think there, if she had circled to the head, may have gotten the fall. Definitely would not have gotten the reversal. When she tried to step over the hips, that's when the reversal came.
There were 4 people yelling circle to the head and 6 people yelling circle to the feet. So,
and there's hardly anybody here.
And there's only 27 people there.
So 6-5 lead for Arthur Bennett of the Vikings. And we'll go to the third period. Lee Thompson is your referee here, a long-time referee. I think he's been at this for about 30 years.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, and he's been very solid, and there's a lot of different little rules, and I guarantee you by the time everyone gets used to these rules, it'll be 2022 and we won't have them anymore.
We won't have them anymore, you're right.
Yeah. But he's doing a good job, and he's been patient. He's been very patient.
Switch attempt by Bennett. And he rises to his feet. Bennett able to turn. Got to be careful. Turn it in like that, but Toady brings him back to the mat. She's going to put the boots in. And looking to stretch him out. Minute 30 to go here in the match. Bennett leads 6-5. Now she's going power half on the left side.
And let me tell you,
Bennett's up on a bridge. He's got to be careful here. She could push that under.
And she's going to get the full 6 minutes out of this match. She'll wrestle to the very last
second.
Right.
She does not get pinned often.
She does not get pinned often. I mean, those legs are in deep. Let's see.
And we're going to get a stalemate. Minute 4 to go in the third period. Bennett with a 6-5 lead. And
Benny, what's your interpretation of when to call a stalemate and when not to?
Well, when it's obvious that nothing's going to happen in that move, even though she had a power half and boots in, She had been there for quite some time, and it was not. She wasn't even getting his elbows off the mat. So I think it's a good stalemate call. I think it benefits her more than anything.
Yeah. Don's asking a question. Lee and you started reffing around the same time, right?
I refereed with Lee back in the mid '80s, yes, and
You know the mid '80s were a whole nother world, Benny.
tell me about it.
Even different than the '70s where I
Right.
grew up. All right, here we go. Back of the action. 1 minute left. 6-5. Arthur Bennett up over Emily Thode.
Oh, and the Grammy roll and gets the escape, drives right in, and gets the takedown to go up 9-5. Big flurry there for Arthur Bennett.
That's a huge flurry. But I wouldn't count Emily out just yet, Benny.
Now, if she gets another roll like she did the last time.
Yeah, she's
That's
scrappy,
match.
and she's gonna get her money's worth out of this match. Bennett
35 to go here in the match. Bennett with the boots in.
He's got the boots in and is riding good legs.
She's able to get him out. Now she's in that same position she was earlier.
Oh.
And she's going to get the escape, make it
Yeah.
9-6.
So she needs takedowns and backs, or 2 takedowns.
14 seconds to go here in the first match of the night, 106 pounds. And that's going to be it. Arthur Bennett gets the first win of the night. He wins 9-6, and Cape takes a 3-0 lead.
And that was a nicely contested match. Good sportsmanship. It's what we like to see. She wrestled hard the whole time. Nice way to start the season, Benny.
Yes, sir. So we're going to move to 113 pounds.
And we have Trevor Copes, who's only an 8th grader, and we're, we saw this young guy come up through the ranks, through the hammers and middle school, and we knew he was going to be tough and something special, and I think it's a good opportunity to be wrestling. He should be wrestling varsity this year.
Right.
I think he shouldn't be. He definitely shouldn't be wrestling middle school.
Got a big win, first match of the season, knocking off Kyle Davis of Woodbridge, who at one point was number 2 in the state last year, and then suffered a knee injury and ended his season in early February.
Yes, and the 302 rankings last year were spot on, so he was predicted to place
Copes
pretty
in
high.
on a low ankle there, low single. But Mejia able to get the underhook.
Yeah, and Ronnie Mejia is a 9th grader. He went to Beacon and wrestled for Coach Pat Ireland. And he's a scrapper. He wrestled all summer and
Sucker drag and looking to go behind. Copes gets the first takedown.
yeah, he wrestles really poised for an 8th grader. You have to say that about him.
Well, we were talking about him just walking around the gym. He doesn't act like the 8th grader on the team. He's very confident, walks with good composure.
Is he better behaved than you were as an 8th grader, Benny? That's the question.
No. We've got his mom on the camera. She'll tell you he's high maintenance.
There you go.
Oh, going for that 2-on-1 tilt, and he's got one swipe.
Yeah, and I think this might be a situation where Cape's looking to limit bonus.
Right.
And Milford's looking to capitalize on
I have
the
to tell you,
situation.
Mejia looks big.
Mejia, yes, he does. He's gigantic
Right.
for a 113-pounder.
Right. Yeah, he looks considerably bigger than Copes.
Yeah.
33 seconds to go here in the first period. Copes leads 2-0. And there he goes with that claw rod.
I like how Copes flows from one thing to the next.
Side to side,
Yeah.
changes his direction.
That's a trademark of most hammer wrestlers.
Well, this child has a high IQ in wrestling, let me tell you. 20 seconds to go here in the first period. Copes leads 2-0. He's in the top position. Seven seconds go here in the period. Cope's able to get, Mejia was able to come back and hook a leg, but sometimes he's not doing too much, not making a mistake, and that's what he does. We end the first period, and we go to the first mass break with Copes with a 2-0 lead. So, Scott, you're talking about right now, watching his composure. He just doesn't act like an 8th grader. I think he's come in here with the confidence that he can compete at the high school level.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things when wrestling is really like a big part of your life, and you're focused, and it helps you get through some of the harder and the other times in your life, and and it helps you stay focused on school and all those things, and that's really what we all love about
Right.
wrestling and why we continue to give back to the sport.
I'm looking at my hey, he's right in front of us. He is a big 113 pounder. So he's
Yeah.
apparently made a pretty good cut here. Freshman.
Yeah, and I think he knows kind of the situation that he's in. He's looking to keep it close first, and then maybe try and sneak something out at the end. So we'll see how Copes deals with this. And as time goes on, you're going to have a lot of those type of situations.
Copes drops down to the low single as Mejia comes up. And now he's going to go. He's got the wrist on the near side. Oh, he's going to try to go Oki bar maybe. And going to give it the escape. Mejia gets the escape. 2-1 match.
He is wrestling really good, man.
Yes, he's keeping the motion going on bottom.
I will say that he's very dedicated, and he's put the time in to get better. And that's really the thing that you take with you.
Right.
After this is all over, after wrestling's over, and you move on, God forbid you get in the restaurant business or something like that.
Law enforcement.
Law enforcement, yeah. Two terrible decisions, kids.
Right.
But that's what you take with you.
Minute to go, second period. Copes 2-1 lead. We're on our feet, and he's starting to put the motion together. And right now, Copes maintaining the center of the mat. He's controlling the mat. So if we were to get a stall call, probably would go against Mejia because he's staying outside that 10-foot circle.
I haven't seen many stall calls.
It's going to be hard to call with these kids. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
32 seconds to go here in the second period.
I've seen, even though it's a short season, I've seen a lot more patience and acceptance kind of out of the coaches and the wrestlers and the refs. Look, we're just all happy to be wrestling,
right.
man. We're
Absolutely.
just all happy to be here.
Happy to be Matt's side.
Happy to be Matt's side. And I'm looking to reduce my ejections this year by at least 50% personally.
Well, that would be one.
That would be one. Yeah, that would be one.
Copes puts him in a front head, looking to go behind, throws him by, gets the takedown with second to go in the period. That is the IQ I talk about in this kid.
Yeah, and that's how you finish a period for him. And I think he knew what he wanted to do, and he felt it out, and he finished that period real strong.
Talking to Coach Don Parsley, one of the things he gave to me that I use with my club, the Henlopen Hammers, is the best time to score is after a score, be it their score or your score. Well, when you do that at the end of a period, you don't get the chance to answer. And that's why takedowns at the buzzer are huge. And, a lot of coaches talk about the last 20 seconds being in the zone that you don't give up points.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's heartbreaking when you get taken down at the buzzer. But look, Mejia doesn't seem too bothered by it. He looks like he's ready to wrestle. He's going to get back out there. It's a 4-1 match, and Copes had choice. He took bottom.
He's going to take bottom position. 2 minutes on the clock.
So it's a 3-point match right now.
Third period here at 113, and Mejia putting the boots in, but I think Copes may have caught that far side leg.
Yeah, Mejia was quick but didn't clear that arm, and Copes caught it coming in. They tell you to go 2-on-1 on that, but he looks like he cleared and got it back in. So I'm not sure what happened there.
Copes comes out the backside, gets the escape, goes up 5-1.
Hey, and these are two young guys going at it that looks like both of them look like they have a real bright future here.
They do,
in the
you're
sport.
right.
That's what we like to see.
And I don't know how big Mejia was last year. I know Copes was down right around 100. And I was joking with his mother for the match, the way he's eating and growing, he could be 220 next year.
Well, we'd love to see that.
Right.
The more you move up, the
slower to get, right?
Present company excluded.
Right. Minute 9 to go here in the match. Copes with a 5-1 lead. And he's not pushing the issue, Scott. He's not pressing at all.
Yeah, this has been a very controlled match, and no one's really attacking or flailing. To be honest, this looks like a higher level match than what you would expect out of a 9th grader and 8th grader the first double of the season.
Apparently, listen to the referee. There was supposed to be a conversation going on in the center of the mat because I heard him say, "No, don't talk, just wrestle."
What could you be talking about?
You don't know Trevor Copes.
Was he talking about
anything?
Was he talking about the chicken dinner?
It could be the banging chicken
the banging
dinner.
Chicken dinner.
30 seconds to go. Copes tries to throw by again, doesn't get that one. And he looks like he wants to add one more takedown on for this match is over. 20 seconds to go in the match.
Benny, I'm getting some angry texts supporting the career of law enforcement. I got to be very careful here today.
Well, remember, I'm the cop.
No, that's what I said. Being a chef hasn't been so bad.
No.
It's worked out for me, too.
And that's going to be the match. 1 second to go. Trevor Copes gets the win and ties up the duel 3-3.
Really hard-fought match. So, just so everyone knows, you don't get your hand raised or shake hands at the end.
Right.
Even though you wrestle for 6 minutes, touching each other, you don't. Yeah. So there's no bad blood if you get to see any of these kids not shake hands or raise hands.
So we're going to move to 120, where we have third place in the state last year. Corey Messick up against Josh Wright, returning starter for the Henlopen Vikings.
Yeah, and Josh Wright was a placer in the Henlopen Conference and state qualifier as a 9th grader. He was 17-9. Corey Messick was 28-8, third in the state, second in the Henlopen Conference. He was a state finalist. Was that 2018, Benny? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Messick comes out a little flurry to start the match, but Messick just able to step over it and put that to rest and get up 5-0.
I mean, that's a little more explosive than we've seen from Corey in the past. I will say that. His tilt game's strong.
Milford in a position now where these next 3 matches, they need to look for bonus.
Yeah, we were running the numbers, and
yeah, I think they have to win 9 matches tonight. That's in my view. I think Milford has to win 9 bouts to have a chance in this match.
Yeah, they need to get some bonus in places where they maybe wouldn't thought they would. So. And
they're already down 3 with the forfeits. Running the bar straight over, under a minute to go. Corey Messick also coming through the Henlopen Hammers as a young man, young man now.
Yeah, Corey Messick also committed to Roanoke University to wrestle there. They have a great coach, Coach Metzger.
He built the Ferrum program and then left for up the road to go to Roanoke. And here's a deep half by Messick. 30 seconds to go, center of the mat, and just needs to scoop it back up.
Man, Messick looks good.
He's looking tough. 120, I think, is going to be a competitive weight this year.
Yeah.
You got Poor coming back, the defending state champ at 113.
I'm just really surprised how in control Messick looks. I really am. He looks very calm.
3-3 is your dual meet score. 3 seconds left in the first period here. Messick about to take a big lead.
Yeah, he's up 10-0 and Lee's holding 3. So you're looking at 13-0.
As we go to the second period. First a mass break.
So listen, now's a situation where if you're Cape, you're trying to avoid the pin, maybe.
Right.
Maybe the tech.
Well, take bottom.
That's what I think.
So we move to the second period at 120 pounds.
Looks like Corey Messick take neutral.
Yeah, builds up a 13-point lead. You might be obviously looking to throw here if you're Corey Messick. So you're right, Cape does go neutral.
Yeah, so a takedown ends it. So you got to go feet to back.
2 minutes on the clock. And here we go with the second period.
And Milford has a really incredible fan base. I know it's killing them to be at home having to watch this.
Right.
But I'm happy that we can.
Well, I know they're there. I've gotten a handful of text messages with that long JV we had. So they're there. The Milford base is at home. And Messick, it does take him to his back, but Wright able to get to his belly and shave a point in this match. As that's going to give Milford 5 points for the technical fall and an 8-3 lead.
Yeah, so that situation, Wright saves a point. Messick did his job, got the bonus, and Wright did his job and saved a point. So here we go, Benny, going up to the next weight class, 126. Grant Barchak from Monroe Woodbury, now at Cape Henlopen High School in Lewis, Delaware. It was 18-15 last year. He's at 126.
And he's taking on defending state champ and Jack Toady. State champ last year at 120 pounds, moving up a weight class this year.
Yeah, and Toady was 44-5 last year, and he He's a hammer, man. I mean, he's a tough kid.
And you are correct. Came through the Henlopen Hammers as a
Yeah,
young guy in middle schooler.
And he has grown man strength.
And he doesn't mind mixing it up top either.
No, and
He'll throw you.
He's pretty good in all positions, I'd say.
And we go out of bounds. He got a stall call right away on Barsick.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say that was overly aggressive.
Well, it's the whole that whole out of bounds rule that came in last year.
Yeah, there's been some different interpretations on that. Basically, if you're engaged and step out, they're going to call you.
Barsick in on the right leg of Toady. Toady able to hit the shin whizzer.
And Barchek comes from a wrestling family. His older brother's at Drexel wrestling, and he knows his way around the mat. And we've been really happy here at Cape that he's here and part of the program now. Hard worker.
Toady up in a mid-single. Toady looking to funk through. And out of bounds. That's going to be a takedown.
That's a takedown.
So Jack Toady gets the first score of the match with 59 seconds to go in the first period. He's up 2-0.
I still am not used to the whole funk rolling around because a takedown's not a takedown until
Toady's going to go optional start here
until it's done. Oh.
And looked a good near side cradle, but Barsick doing a good job of crawling forward. And we're at 54 seconds to go here in the first period. Toady on top, looking to tilt.
Toady
gets one count.
Toady is relentless. He will continue to attack and attack and attack, and he's got a gas tank and a motor, for sure. And
we're out of bounds. 39 seconds to go.
And Barchek has a tall tail here tonight, and to be honest, he's trying to limit bonus and maybe make a little name for himself and introduce himself to Delaware Wrestling. Yeah.
I watched Milford on last Monday night, and even with the mask, they look to be in pretty good shape. And I think we're going to find out during the season who is practicing with the mask on and who's not. They had no issues against Woodbridge. Yeah.
I haven't seen any kids really seem to have a problem with the mask. They seem okay with it. I think it's old people like us.
Well, we'll start to see it in the third period if anybody's going to.
Yeah.
2-0 lead for Jack Toady. 23 seconds to go here in the second period. Big lift back to the mat, and Barsick able to come back up, looking to switch off the return with 14 seconds to go in the period. And we're going to go out of bounds. 10 seconds on the restart.
Styles sometimes make matchups,
sure.
And Barsick is, a tall, lanky guy, and Toady's a compact wrestler. So I'm interested to see if that has any effect on the match.
Right. Again, folks, you're watching Delaware Live Sports. High school wrestling here in Delaware. Benny Mitchell with Scott Cameron and Missy Holquist on the camera for us. Switch attempt by Barsick. Comes back to his feet. Toady brings him back down to the mat. And that's how the first period is going to end. Toady with a 2-0 lead.
Missy doing an excellent job so far, Benny.
Is. And I mean, even with her kid wrestling, she is the mother of the Copes boys, of Trevor Copes. And
it was shaking a little bit during.
Well, she was, and you'll tell when her baby's on the mat, it's different. The other boys, she's fine, but when the baby's out there,
nobody cares about the.
Yeah, the mama bear, we almost had to seatbelt her in just in case, but we didn't. She did a good job. So 2-0, Jack Toady, 8-3, Milford leads, and again, this is a match we thought Milford might need some bonus, and right now after 2 minutes, it's not looking that way. Folks, at the end of the night, we will have a Henlopen Hammer sponsored Hammer of the Night. Tonight's outstanding wrestler of this match. Remember, coming up at the midway part, we're going to have the Sodal Concepts trivia question. So some of you old Henlopen Conference people out there watching this match, stay tuned for that, because you could be the winner of that, because I went back deep into the archives of the Henlopen Conference. So here we go.
Into the time machine.
Yes, we did. Shot attempt by Toady, and Barsick able to get the head down and away.
Toady lets him up, so it's 2-1. Gave him the optional start.
And get into his comfort zone. He likes to go over under, but Barsick able to get to that leg again. And Toady's going to get the takedown. Look to go Merkel and
Barsick.
He had to bail out.
Yeah, smartly bailed out. He's got good mat sense. I mean, he's definitely
lived to fight another day, right?
He's definitely been around the wrestling mat before, I got to tell you. Oh.
And then we're going to be out of bounds. Couldn't drag the feet. Minute 29 to go. Toady with a 4-1 lead. Or excuse me, 4-2 lead. You're correct. Folks, our pre-match feature, you saw our lineups. I want to thank Dave Frederick from the Cape Gazette. Is where I get most of my pictures from. He has become a big wrestling fan here in recent years, Scott.
Yeah, I think he was a basketball guy, and now because some of his grandson's wrestling, so
We'll see him at 138 tonight.
Yeah. Well, actually, he's got 2 grandsons. Davey wrestles too. You just don't know you're in a wrestling match when Davey gets a hold of you.
Right. Free release by Toady, and he's going to get another takedown on the edge and go up 8-3. So he's starting to find his niche here as he's going to give another free release, and he's found out where he wants to attack.
The let him up takedown game is fine until you give up a takedown.
Right.
Yeah, then all of a sudden it's a close match.
Nice little arm drag, almost a sit drag there.
Yeah. Toady, he's moving well, man. I mean, he moves good side to side. His setups are good. You're starting to see a little bit of a repertoire of some different moves from him. He's not always going with the same thing here. All 4 takedowns were different.
And he gets to that over-under, and he's going to go underhook, pick the far ankle, gets the takedown on the edge, and we go out of bounds. 10-4 lead for Jack Toady, and he's starting to pick the pace up here, Jack.
There's a little bit of
Scott.
Chain wrestling good. You know, he's got an underhook. He's going there. He goes back to the ankle. So, I mean, he's mixing it up and moving around a little bit here. Looks like he's going to cut him again, 10-5.
Looking the headlock, and gets it. And going to get the swipes on the edge. And the pin. Jack Toady with a pin with 20 seconds to go, 20 seconds to go in the period. And he gets the first fall of the night. Jack Toady, the Milford Buccaneers. And Milford takes a 14-3 team lead.
And Jack really did what he needed to do and got his bonus points. But I tell you what, Grant stayed in there and wrestled hard and didn't back down and looked like he was ready to take it to him.
So they are going to send Trent Grant out at, we thought that if there was a move, that would be it, at 132.
So here we go, 132. We got Brian Garcia. He's a senior, 7-2 last year, wrestled some varsity matches. He was a Polytech JV state champion, which is a stepping stone in Sussex County to the varsity. And he's wrestling Trent Grant, a senior who was 44-9 last year. He was a state runner-up and first in the Henlopen Conference. And he is an exciting wrestler. He's not afraid to throw. He's not afraid to mix it up. He's good on bottom, good on top.
His conference championship was a war last year. Went into 2 overtimes? 1 overtime?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
You didn't get thrown out of that one, did you? No, I'm sorry. That was 2 years ago. We won't call it thrown out. We'll just call it early exit.
I was leaving anyway.
Right, exactly.
I was leaving anyway.
Grant in on the high crotch and looking to go behind. Garcia able to fight it off for a little while, but take down Trent Grant.
I will say this about Garcia. He is a scrapper, and he's hard to pin. If that comes true in this match, I don't know. But historically, from watching him a lot, he's tough to pin.
You know, girls wrestling making a big move here in Delaware. Earlier today, we got to see Grant's sister, Brooklyn, wrestling in the JV matches today.
She had a great match. She looked great. She controlled the head. She had great underhook, great defense. I really would love to see some female wrestling where they can compete against each other.
In my club, I got 3 young girls, like 7 years old, all competing now. Takedown and 2 back for Trent Grant.
So when I came to Cape to help as an assistant coach many years ago, we had a freshman, Jenna Pavlik.
Correct. She came out of my club.
She
Olympic alternate.
Yeah, she was incredible, man. I couldn't believe it. I was totally blown away. And she ended up going to Lock Haven, was an Olympic alternate, and just really, for me, kind of paved the way in Delaware for a lot of what
She came out of the predecessor of the Henlopen Hammers, the former Rehoboth Beach Wrestling Club.
Yeah, the PAL.
Changed our name to protect our identity. Grant looking for another takedown here, and he's going to get it. Goes up 8-2. And you can kind of tell who's banging with who in the room because he's got the same kind of similar style as Toady. A little bit of upper body. Gets reversed there.
I will say the difference between Grant and Toady is Grant is not afraid to take crazy chances.
No, he'll.
And he's not. It doesn't bother him in the least.
He will throw the kitchen sink at you, no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
So end of the first period as we go to the break. 8-4 lead for Trent Grant. He is the state runner-up. And last year, matter of fact, right here in this gym on that mat, he started the state his state final match off with a huge 5-point throw. But then, once Gray from Caravel got on top, it kind of just changed everything.
Yeah, and that was an incredible match. He throws Gray for 5, and then Gray just slowly built it back and ended up being victorious in the end. But let me tell you, he had everyone in this gym on their feet.
Yes, they did. Yeah. Well, Caravel was on the roll last year, 4 state champions. So when you're on the roll, you attract the opponents.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, but Caravel with 4 state champions last year, and all of them back.
They've built themselves a nice little program in D2.
Mm-hmm. The defending Delaware State champs in Division II. Milford, runner-up last year, and that came down to the last match against Smyrna last year. Milford put a scare into the Eagles.
Yeah, Milford was a perennial D2 powerhouse, and they've since moved up to D1 in the Henlopen North.
The Garcia is not backing down from the state runner-up.
Absolutely not, Benny. And he's a tough kid, and he's a senior, and he's paid his dues again, and he's ready to kind of introduce himself to Delaware wrestling also and say, And
there's that big throw he has.
Yeah, and Grant, I'm telling you, Grant is not afraid to make throws.
And he's going to get reversed and go to his back, and he's going to be able to get it out of bounds. So let's see what the scoring we got here.
I think Lee's going to come over and think about it for a second here.
So we're waiting on the back points for Grant.
I'm seeing,
so 2 back.
Even with the mass, fans can complain. I'm very impressed with their perseverance, some of these fans.
So we got a 13-8 score. So it's 2-2 and 2-2.
Coach Parsley saying that's not how I saw it, sir. Six feet away, Coach.
Please social distance during your argument. You've been waiting all night to do that.
I've been waiting all night to do that, yeah.
We had some situations during football this year where, us and radio would be at the same game, and sometimes radio would have to go do their broadcast from the bleachers because of the social distancing and the small press boxes. So we worked through it.
So he's saying threw him for 2 plus 2 back, reversal 2 back.
I think he's saying they got an escape that wasn't awarded, but now I guess he's calling it a reversal.
Yeah, that's how I saw it.
Yeah.
And I'm rarely wrong when it comes to scoring.
Oh, yeah. You can see everything from here.
My issue is I mix up the rules from the last 30 years sometimes.
Right.
And college. I mix up college, high school, and international.
So 13-8 lead for Trent Grant, and he's in the bottom position.
Hey, Garcia with a little bit of chain wrestling on top there. But this might...
Grant posting on the head and trying to get to that low leg. Now, he does have the low leg. Now he's just looking for the defensive fall. Gets the reversal.
Man. That's not good. Excellent camera work, Benny. Excellent.
Yes, he's right on it.
Oh, man.
So Grant, 55 seconds ago, he has him on his back in the middle of the mat.
A pinner. Oh, man. He's pinned. Coach Will Reed asking, what more do you want?
And I think this is the match. And there it is. Milford gets the pin at 132 pounds. So that's going to take us to 20-3 lead as Milford building the lead. And so far, other than the toss-up at 6, it's been kind of what we thought.
Yeah, and Grant did not disappoint. He came out firing. So
and out comes Mikey Frederick.
138. You got Mikey Frederick, 3rd in the state last year, 3rd in the Henlopen Conference. He's a junior, 37-11. He's wrestling Aaron Briscoe, 11th grader, 30-21, 5th in the Henlopen Conference. And Aaron's kind of had to move around a little bit, some different weights. And I've gotten to know him a little bit. He's a super nice kid, man. And he always gives 100%. So I'm excited to see this match here.
Junior is Briscoe. And let's say Frederick, he's going with the gator look for the face covering. First one I've seen tonight.
That's what everyone will be wearing this year. The gator look. I never heard that word before in my life.
No, I hadn't either. So I bought one.
Yeah, I hear it like 10,000 times a day.
So here we go. 138 pounds, double leg temp by Frederick then a little sit peek out, and they go out of bounds.
So far, Milford's wrestled it straight up. They haven't bumped or done
No.
anything, and it looks like they're just going to go straight up.
Yeah, I think they are now. I don't see where else, another move. That maybe 52. They weighed in 2 guys at 52. And Briscoe, he's one of those. I mean, Mikey Frederick, he likes to come out and throw everything at you. Briscoe likes to slow things down.
Yeah.
So this could be a pretty interesting match.
This is a contradiction in styles.
Oh,
for sure.
absolutely.
No, but Frederick is not afraid to throw, is not afraid to make big moves, and he's in excellent shape. He's got an excellent motor. So this is definitely an interesting matchup to styles.
I want to thank Athletic Director Kevin Smith. Got us up and running tonight. It didn't look like we had some issues early on, but he called the IT guy and got stuff together for us. So thank you to Kevin Smith.
How good of an AD is it that says, let's just get it done?
Let's just do it, yeah.
Let's just get through and get it done, yeah.
It ended up being one character in the password. That's all it was.
Yep. Didn't have to call school board, no paperwork. Just took care of it. That's what I like to see.
And he's a well-traveled athletic director. First year here at Cape, he was finished a year at Sussex Central last year, and started at Polytech. But I remember last year his first week on the job was a playoff football game.
Yeah, and we're happy to have him here at Cape, and he's filling some big shoes, but I think he's up for the job.
I agree.
Bob Salento was here for a long time and guided the program with a steady hand, to say the least.
So no score here. Milford leads the duel 20-3. We're almost as quiet as is giving play-by-play to the fans, Scott. It's eerie being this quiet in a wrestling match.
Yeah, it's really strange. And for duels, it kind of takes some of the momentum swing thing away, you know. It really – I remember last year in our duel with Milford, there was
crazy.
Huge momentum swings.
And they're going to say stepped out of bounds, no takedown. Nice little dump there by Briscoe. And I tell you, he's the kind of kid that he'll keep the match close.
No one likes to wrestle a guy like that.
No.
The worst.
And he leads with his head, defends with his head well. Great head hands defense. It's
a successful style.
Yeah, he has staved off, 4 or 5 attempts by
Absolutely.
Frederick, just with good head hands defense.
You know, Frederick's kind of taking a straight ahead shot, not really getting too many setups in the mix, moving his feet, but hopefully warm up a little bit here.
So, folks, it is time for the trivia question here at 138 pounds. The Henlopen Conference held its inaugural wrestling championship in 1964. Scott, that's the year I was born. What school won the team title? The Henlopen Conference held its first inaugural wrestling championship in 1964. What school won the team title? Put it in the chat log, folks, and you could win a gift certificate to one of the 12 Sodell restaurants. Am I correct? 12 or 11?
13.
Oh, wow.
So, and the gift cards are universal, Benny. They're good at any of them.
Any one of them, yep.
You like a nice burrito? We have a Mexican place. You like a nice Italian? We have a couple Italian places.
I know our camera lady, Missy, was a recipient of one of your several years ago. How was it, Missy, when you went she's nodding and thumbs up and nodded.
A well-deserved gift card for Missy.
Yes, it was.
Can't cook every night.
Anybody that can keep that crowd off the mats at Kid States deserves a gift certificate.
There you go. They're animals at the Kid States.
Frederick tries a little front roll. Comes to his feet, looking to cut, and Briscoe drops to the ankle, takes it back down, right back to her feet. We got some action here at 138 pounds here in the second period.
Yeah, Briscoe just hanging on, hanging around, moving side to side. He's looking Merkel right
There's
here.
a Merkel in, but he's a little sloppy with it. And Frederick's going to get the escape and go up 1-0.
Anytime you could see space between the head and the arm on the Merkel, it ain't good. It's time to bail.
1-0 lead for Frederick with 55 seconds to go here in the second period. Milford leading the duel 20-3, and I think this is a pivotal match in the duel, Scott.
Absolutely. They're all pivotal matches, but yeah, this is one of them.
Trying to throw the boot in off the single.
I'm not sure what we're looking at here. There you go, lady.
And there he gets the takedown. Frederick goes up 3-0.
I guess he had to clear that on the other side. We can't see that side.
And it's a little bit of like Austin DeSanto has that style where he goes to low single and then tries to throw the boot in over. and get the takedown. Mikey Frederick trying to take him to his back with the
That is-
bar.
That
was tight, and he still wiggles out of it, and the buzzer's going to go off. 3-0 for Mikey Frederick.
Briscoe did a good job because I thought he was going over
Right.
on that one, man. That was tight.
So, folks, here is the answer to the trivia question. 1964, who was the team champion? The Millsboro Blue Devils, Millsboro High School. They were your 1964 Henlopen Conference champion. There they are, the Millsboro Blue Devils. So,
And what? Georgetown.
Georgetown was
Millsboro
in the
consolidated.
Diamond State back then.
Yeah, the Black Knights,
The Golden Knights.
Golden Knights. And then when they consolidated,
They kept
70.
the Knights. Yeah.
they kept the Knights. But the blue, then they went with the blue of the Millsboro, right? And the who got it right?
I'm getting ready to check. I'm going to guess that was a stumper. That was tough. We'll find out the age of our crowd.
64, man. You gotta have a good memory and have been around.
Somebody put Sussex Central. That's close, but not close enough. Not Smyrna. So no winner. We've had a Milford, a Smyrna, a Sussex Central, Georgetown.
I mean, Sussex Central's pretty good.
Your buddy Jason Bastianelli trying to add to the trivia wants to know who the coach was.
Do we know who the coach was?
No, of Millsboro. His grandfather was the coach of Georgetown.
Yeah, Herm Bastianelli was coach of
The
Georgetown.
late, great Herm Bastianelli, yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, if Jason answers it, does he want us to send him a gift card? We could do that.
Well, that's considered like family, and he's
true.
ineligible.
He could be getting the gift card anyway.
3-1 here in the third period.
Nice little flurry of action, Benny.
Mm-hmm. Three to three. Here we go with what, minute to go in the match.
So Milford bench calling push the pace. It's a 1-point match. Frederick up 4-3.
No stall calls in the match, so should be clear for wrestling for the last 45 seconds, and that's where we're at, the 45-second mark. 4-3 lead for Mikey Frederick. Milford leads the duel 20-3.
So many of these tight matches come down to a takedown at the end.
Right.
High school wrestling favors the guy that's good on his feet because you're guaranteed to get 2 periods on your feet. The first and your choice.
And as they go out of bounds, Frederick's starting to peek at the clock a little bit. 19 seconds to go.
I think no bonus here. Consider a victory for Milford. If you would ask Coach
Yeah,
Bartlett.
I had this bench shading cape. I thought there would be a bump at 132, but Don Parsons going to go straight up.
We were expecting to see Grant and Frederick.
I would love to see Grant and Frederick, but we're getting a treat here. And here's a stall call on Frederick as they go out of bounds with 1.3 on the clock. So that's going to be a decision for the Cape and Henlopen Vikings. And they're going to crawl back into this match at 20-6, and they're getting ready to get to the meat of their lineup. So the win by Mikey Frederick makes it 20-6, Cape and Henlopen.
And here we go, 145, Benny. Luke Bender, third in the state for Cape Henlopen as a freshman, second in the conference. He's 10th grader. Last year as a 9th grader, 35-10. And he's going to wrestle Ryan Mejia, who's a 10th grader, 14-14, and was the War on the Shore JV state champ last year.
And both these guys, I know both these wrestlers well. Both spent some time in the Hammers wrestling room. Mejia still peeks in every once in a while, being that we're right in the Milford area. And Bender right in on a double leg early, switches back to the single.
Bender keeps really great position. I think that's one of his best.
Yeah, I
traits.
agree. Oh, flip funk by Mejia. And we go out of bounds. Big flurry here. 45 seconds or 15 seconds into the match.
And Mejia can be dangerous because of his athleticism.
Played wide receiver this year on the football team. Also a baseball player. Front headlock position by Mejia. Scott, at the end of the night, we'll pick a hammer and outstanding wrestler of the night as Bender gets the takedown.
And that's where Bender's just so tough. He
On
just
that dumps,
stays in that good position, gets a dump, picks up a couple back.
Well, he made his way to the conference finals last year, and he gave Amir Pierce a heck of a match. Pierce is a senior and just a little too much for him at the end.
And Amir Pierce in the state championship against Will Carl lost a close one.
Late in the match. He's taking him late in the match. Yeah. 2 back for Bender. Bender showed up here around 5th or 6th grade. Came from the, I want to say the Pocono area, maybe.
Wilkes-Barre.
Wilkes-Barre, yeah.
His family's a big fan of surf fishing. Fishing on the beach. As many people in the community are.
Big family. I think it's, 4 or 5 brothers and sisters?
Yeah. Looks like he's going to pick up some more backs here, Benny.
2 backs for Bender. He goes up 6-0 here in the first period.
And Bender's just a methodical guy. He stays in good position. He makes the moves he needs to make. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And he's super stingy.
Sure, yeah.
Does not give up a ton of points.
Well, we talked about that earlier, 113, with Copes not pressing and making a mistake. Bender's a lot the same way, If your guy wants to keep distance, I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to chase. And, I'll get my hands on you eventually type attitude. And that's the end of the first period with Bender taking a 6-0 lead. And Scott, how many wrestlers are going to want the mask break next year?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I could think of a few over
just
the
call
last,
it a break, right?
Yeah, a few years that tried to call timeout.
Don't even have to use the whirly bird anymore to get that air.
I've seen not one whirly bird.
Not so far this year, no.
Of course, we're halfway through the first match.
Right. First week of wrestling here in Delaware. And kudos to the state wrestling committee that put this plan together. Scott, I didn't think there was going to be. We talked about this in the summer and the fall that there's no way there's going to be wrestling here.
Yeah, and the committee and the DIA did a great job. Let the kids play. Let them get out there and see what happens. And they've done a great job. And the kids, listen, from what I've seen here today, everyone's being very respectful, very safe, and they're willing to do what they have to do just to wrestle.
I went through football season and same thing. There wasn't any shenanigans, and you did what you had to do. Like we had to get in the booths, we had to go through the bleachers, try to get pictures, interviews, and stuff like that. And everybody just made it work, and we got to the championships, and we had a football state. We had all fall state championships actually.
Yeah, and we're hoping that same's going to hold true for the winter. And so far, it's going good.
It's 8-0 lead, so he's already built his major decision.
I will say that was a very methodical 8-point lead.
Yeah.
And I think last year this was a fall when they wrestled.
Mm-hmm. Scott, we do have some people trying to sneak in a late answer after it's been announced, but timeline will determine that.
We're not afraid to give out gift cards.
No, not at all.
Who is it? Well,
we did have a Sussex Central before I announced that, so I'll have to get the name in a minute. I think that's close enough.
We got some consolation prizes.
10-0 lead for Luke Bender. We're at 145, so we're halfway through the night, although we do have at least 1, maybe 2 forfeits at the top for the Bucks. Not able to get a heavyweight out this year, and then I noticed that their 220 freshman wrestled JV today, so probably will not be in the match.
It looks like Bender picked up another 3 on the back, so it's 13-0. Now you come into play. You got to be careful. The next turn might be it. Probably don't want to turn them right now.
I'm not sure whose choice is it at the end. And Bender going to let the clock run out wisely, and probably hope to go on top at the beginning of the next period.
Mejia getting up a little gingerly after 2 minutes arm bars.
So our first closest answer was Giovanna Dorel. She guessed Sussex Central. She got half of it. Millsboro, who did go on to make up Sussex Central. Scott Kammerer, CEO of Sodell Concept, says that's close enough.
Who am I to judge? That's closer than I got.
So Giovanna Dorel, if you will message me through the Delaware Live Sports Facebook page. Just ask for Benny Mitchell, and we'll get you your gift certificate for dinner, or for part of dinner. $25 gift certificate at a Soto restaurant of your choice.
Burger and a beer.
There you go.
And oh, here we go. Oh.
And that's the tech fall. Tech fall for Luke Bender.
So to me, he was in danger. He was in criteria.
Did they drag out of bounds, maybe?
No, his feet were in, so I'm not sure what happened there.
So Kate crawls back in, 20-11, and we're going to move to 152 pounds. This is going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, this is a nice matchup. We got C.J. Fritchman, who is a 10th grader. He placed 6th in the state last year, 6th in the conference, 36-15. He's wrestling Tim O'Hare, who third place last year at Delaware State Championship, 2nd in the conference. He's a junior, 38-5 last year.
Fritchman moving up from 126 to 152. Now, and as we said earlier, talking about they're not as fast when you move up. This one is.
Yeah.
This one, Tim O'Hare is like a cat.
He had a great match. He wrestled Mikey Frederick last year, and he was at Cape. I actually coached him in Little League. He was at Cape, sixth grade.
Tim's another one I got to coach a little bit in middle school when he came over to Hammers practice. And just a nice kid.
Great kid. And he's putting together a good little career at Milford.
Just a junior.
Yeah, he lost in the quarterfinals and then wrestled all the way back to take third. And Fritchman looks like he filled out from 126 to 152. He doesn't look like he looks like he did it in the weight room, Benny.
Yeah, I agree. Or in the ocean. His father's the lifeguard captain down Dewey Beach.
Absolutely. And this is a little contrast in styles, too.
Yes, it is. A minute to go.
Ooh, careful.
Height wins this.
And Fritchman's a little bulldog, and Tim is long and lean. And
Tim had an overtime loss last year in the conference finals to Patrick Wisniewski of Cesar Rodney.
Okay. He also had the overtime loss in the quarterfinals,
right,
which was exciting. And, you're really those two away from, those are 2 of his 5 losses.
Right.
In overtime.
Right now, he's making the mistake of walking right into Fritchman. He's walked into 3 single legs.
Fritchman looks strong.
And there's a takedown by Fritchman.
Fritchman looks strong to me.
.23 seconds to go here in the first period. Fritchman up 2-0. Has the low leg Turk, but Hare will slide it out. He would like to probably get 1 here before this period ends.
Fritchman's in control. Uh-oh. Looks like he's got a 2-on-1. Tight.
Then move to the second period with a 2-0 lead for C.J. Fritchman.
How about a tight 2-on-1 with a mask on? Can't breathe.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, where's that air come from, right?
Jeez Louise.
Your team score, 20-11, with the Bucks in the lead.
And for the most part, this match has gone relatively close to what we thought it would go. The toss-up at 6, bonus points, and then flip back.
And Hare going to take bottom here in the second period as he trails 2-0.
And watching him through the years, he's good on bottom. He's quick. He can get out. He can face you. He's got a couple moves off bottom.
So 2 minutes on the clock here to start the second period. Granby roll, kind of Granby roll. Didn't clear the feet. And he's going to reach back between his legs for Fritchman's foot.
Cape coach is screaming, potentially dangerous. Sometimes potentially dangerous is a really big help. Other times,
sure, yeah, if you're in trouble, absolutely. Yeah. Minute 47 to go here, second period, 2-0 lead for Fritchman. He wants the Granby roll, but he's not clearing the inside foot. This time rises to his feet and gets the escape. 2-1 match. And Fritchman right in on another single leg and gets another takedown. Goes up 4-1.
Yeah, Frischman seems like he's adjusted pretty well to jumping up all the weight classes. I mean, 126 is a totally different style than 152.
Another roll by O'Hara. Looks like he's trying to get to a leg and maybe funk. But he's just giving up that low leg to Frischman.
Frischman looks like he might try and cradle it.
Under a minute to go. It's there. I mean, he's got the low leg trapped with his leg.
Yeah, he's got that low leg trapped. Let's see if he does anything with it.
Second period, 42 seconds to go here. And Frischman with a 4-1 lead. And that 9 matches I talked about is starting to dwindle away.
Yeah, I think this is a match. This is kind of a must-win.
I think it's a must-win for Milford, absolutely.
Milford here, yeah.
So Frischman will have choice. We have 20 seconds to go here in the second. Frischman will have choice. And, I mean, O'Hara's strength is on his feet, and he's been taken down twice today. I'm not sure what that whistle was. I guess an out of bounds?
Yeah, he called it out of bounds. I'm currently disputing that call.
We'll watch it on the replay tonight.
Yeah, right.
4-1 lead for C.J. Frischman with 10 seconds to go in the period.
So Frischman's looking to finish his period strong, get to his choice, and try and ice the match. Tim's got his head down.
And notice at the end of the first, when he got back down, he was breathing a little heavy.
Yeah. I mean, the masks are no joke, man.
Mm-mm. Look, I walked in here with a mask on, and I was winded when I sat down. You know.
Benny, that has nothing to do with
I know. It wasn't the mask. It was that shape. Just saying the mask didn't help.
Yeah. It ain't helping nothing.
No.
Let me tell you, buddy.
So, mask break here at the end of the second period. Frischman up 2-1 or 4-1. He will have choice here in the third, and he's going to go bottom.
Yeah, Frischman's tough on bottom, man. It's one of his better positions. He keeps moving. He's got a switch, and sometimes he goes to stand up, and I see him do some sits.
Coming up next, we're going to have the battle here at the table as Carson Kammerer, Scott's son, will be taking on Avery Cope's Missy's son. So
I've done a
luckily
lot.
they're literally on opposite ends of the table, so we're good here.
Trust me, I don't want. Yeah, I'm going to be as nice to Missy as I possibly can. I'm not looking for any conflict.
Minute 43.
Yeah, I'm staying on this side of my table.
Minute 43 to go here. 4-1 lead for Frischman. In the bottom position, rises to his feet. Big lift by O'Hara. Brings him back to the mat with a trip. And looking to get a little cradle here, maybe.
Benny, I'm hoping that it's contagious, but I'm just happy to have a wrestling season.
Oh, I agree.
Whatever happens, happens, and I'm, let the chips fall where they may for all the kids. Just hopefully, this is a year they remember about being mentally strong.
Anything else, they'd be sitting around their house.
That's right.
Did not help me this summer.
No, baby. COVID-15.
Yeah. And escape by Frischman. He goes up 5-1.
Frischman with a very business-like match.
Another leg. Did you get the sense that O'Hara's walking into that?
I do. It might be the height difference.
Right, yeah. I mean, it looks like he's taking like a juke step, and he's walking right into Frischman's single leg. Frischman doing a good job of finishing. He's finished 2 already. And we're going to get a potentially dangerous with 43 seconds to go.
I have to say, Benny, excellent work today on the scoreboard. It's been incredible. Yeah, it's been right the whole match.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't always say that about wrestling matches
right.
I've been to. I've been to many where they're wrong the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, takedown by O'Hara. Cuts it to 5-3 with 25 seconds to go. Probably not enough time to release and go again.
Man, to be honest, that was the best move we've seen Tim make all match.
Yeah.
CJ was pressing in, and he...
10 seconds to go. Looking for some backs. Not going to get it. Very unconventional way. Tim O'Hara using his whole body.
Yeah, tough match.
And that's going to be it. 5-3 win for C.J. Frischman.
It's a hard-fought match right there. Two tough kids. They'll see each other again.
Yeah, probably in February.
Yeah.
So 20-14 is your team score. So we're within a match now for the Vikings. And we're going to move to.
So here we go at 160. Avery Copes, 2019, 6th in the conference. He's an 11th grader against Carson Kammerer, 6th in the state, 4th in the Henlopen conference. He's a junior, 29-15 last year. So we'll see if this is also a matchup of contrasting styles.
Well, it's going to be a matchup of two bean poles. These two are tall and skinny.
There you go. It's a very unusual Kammerer trait, but.
Yeah. Well, they built like his mother.
Yeah, built like his mother. Nothing wrong with that.
So here we go, 160 pounds. Copes and Kammerer underway. It looked like he was going for that little 360, but lost his footing.
Yeah, they show that as a defense against that Russian where you go 360. You have to have good control. Looks like Avery's looking to jack it up.
He's looking to go inside trip.
Yeah. Jack it straight up and then go inside trip. So a minute 30 left at 160. Looks like Avery's had one match this year, a quick pin against
Woodbridge, yeah.
Woodbridge.
Williams, I think he wrestled.
Williams, yeah.
Off a blast double. And Kammerer going to throw the overhook, get the takedown. He goes up 2-0.
I guess Carson's getting back.
Yeah.
And then.
And a reversal. And maybe back. No, we're going to go out of bounds.
And then another reversal.
So we're going to get 3 back.
I don't think he did anything on the reversal.
You're getting it right here.
2.
And no back. So 5-2 is your score a minute into the match.
That was a Gumby scramble.
Oh, my God.
Positioning there
Yeah.
that you normally wouldn't see.
I mean, these two are almost built identical. Your son a little bigger, a little thicker. But I didn't Copes weigh in at 52, so that's why that is.
Yeah, Carson weighed in at 62, Copes weighed in at 52.
Very similar builds, very cradle-friendly.
I'm slightly less than both combined. Nah, I'm teasing. A lot less.
Right.
How dare you say that, Benny?
Right.
But yeah, so looks like Copes has got a wrist on the near side. Kammerer's looking to clear.
They both got the
get
wrist.
out. Yeah, they each have a wrist. Looks like Copes is a little high for a second there.
25 seconds to go here in the period.
He's got the 2-on-1.
Copes got the cross wrist.
Yeah, looking for a tilt. Copes riding strong. A lot of action on the edge and out of bounds here tonight. 10 seconds left. Copes was going to throw a leg in, decided against it. Coach Will Reed yelled, "Don't do that."
And that's how we end the first period.
Copes
5-2. And it's one of those 5-2 where everything was scored in a flurry.
And a 10-second flurry. So you're
So as we said, last year, Copes did not wrestle last year anyway. His credentials come from 2019. And Carson, 4th in the Henlopen, 6th in the state last year. And 38, a pretty tough weight class to your state champion, Luke Poor, who's back this year. Looks like to go about 52 maybe.
Yeah, and Luke Poor and Wisniewski had a really good match.
Sorry, Alex Poor.
Alex Poor, sorry. Yeah, those two had a really great match.
Maybe one of the best matches I've seen
in
a finals in recent years.
Yeah, I think Carson lost in a tough match to Wisniewski in the semis, and then Wisniewski.
So one where Poor scored with 7 seconds left to tie the match up and put it in overtime from bottom.
Yeah, I'm still not sure. I had to go back and watch it a couple times.
Forward roll.
Yeah, forward roll.
Got the one, and
then got the
and
one.
then hit a duck in overtime.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Avery's looking for a dump right here, and Carson's looking to spin behind and get something.
Trying to tap that far knee.
Looking for a front head, and again, he's looking to dump. Nice.
And takedown for Kammerer. He goes up 7-2 and gets the boot in while he's at it. Actually, Fritchman looked bigger than both these two in that last match.
For a freshman's jack, man. Yeah. And Kammerer's the class president, junior class president,
All right.
Benny. It was a virtual.
I was going to say they had to have virtual election, right?
It was a virtual election. His social media game was strong, and he pulled out the victory. So that we're proud of that in the family.
Sitting at a high 4 now with a minute to go in the match, looking to turn him over. He's got to get that knee, that inside knee over and go across the face.
Yeah, this is somewhere where you probably need to score here, in this position. Avery's doing a good job fighting it off. He's trying to keep the other hip down, not give up the points.
Folks, you're watching Delaware Live Sports, powered by the crew at 302 Sports. High school wrestling first match on Monday. We're going to be up at Caesar Rodney when the Salesianum, the team with no nickname, takes on the Caesar Rodney Riders at 4 o'clock. So we'll be live at about 4:45 o'clock. Still some talk that the Cape Central match could also be Monday. We don't know yet. Waiting to hear.
That, as it stands, that's a rumor, and we haven't confirmed it.
Correct.
Even though we're
and that even came from the athletic director.
We're with the people that make the decisions.
Right.
They still don't know. Hey, that's 2021 for you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows what's going to happen. We can only hope for the best. And Cameron's got a power half, and he's looking to try and turn him. Copes is trying to keep hip down. Cameron
5 seconds to go.
Got to stay under the arms.
And time's going to run out in the second period. 7-2 lead for Carson Cameron. As we'll move to the third.
Carson was 132, and now he's up at 162.
Right.
So that's kind of a big jump. Him and Fritchman both made a big jump.
Well, we were talking earlier about the younger Copes, Trevor, and where he could be. Well, this is it right here. But although Avery's been about 6 foot tall for a couple years now, starting to put the muscle on. Played linebacker this year for the Milford Buccaneers.
And Avery comes from a wrestling family. His older brother Gage, excellent wrestler.
State finalist.
State finalist, and had probably one of the most exciting semifinal matches ever.
Absolutely, yeah.
He wrestled Andre Curry in the semis right here in this gym, and
probably maybe should have been the finals.
Benny, come on.
Yeah.
No, I'm just teasing. Yeah, no, it was a great match.
Yeah.
And we don't know because the one move at the end wasn't recorded.
But then Curry goes out and just
manhandles
in the final, but they're in the finals.
Yeah. And Curry's been a big help to Carson.
Takedown for Cameron.
He's been wrestling with him a lot.
Oh, he's not. I thought he went away to play lacrosse.
He is, but he's been back.
Oh, okay,
and he's been working out. Yeah, he's having a good career. He's at Bethany in West Virginia.
9-2 lead for Cameron. He gets the boot in.
And Milford has it too, and it's one of the things that we love about wrestling. Those state champs, those kids come back.
Right.
Will Reed, state champ at Milford, he's here coaching. You see some of the Currys, and people really support each other.
I don't know how he got to there off a double underhook, but he's going to get the takedown.
It looked like a double underhook. Carson with the throw up by, and Avery stuck the legs in.
I have to tell you, these two have scored in some unconventional ways in this match. They're just throwing it out there, and
I will say they're both not afraid to make.
No, not afraid.
I mean, these are two tough kids who aren't backing down from anything or anybody.
And Cameron gets the reversal. He goes up 11-5.
And they both have older brothers who
well,
are tough.
Right.
Yeah. So
Carson, the baby.
The baby.
Stall call on bottom, and that was quick.
I have no opinion on that stall call.
I know you don't like stall calls.
I hate stall calls.
Unless they're stalling, right?
Even then, I don't have it. I mean, come on, man. If you want to stall, then stall. You're not scoring, you know what I mean?
18 seconds to go here. 11-5 lead for Carson Cameron.
And this was a pivotal match. 52 and 60 were both pivotal.
Yeah, I thought
matches.
the middle. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Cape kind of needed to win these two to put it away.
Okay, well, they got at least one, maybe two, four. Uh-oh. Could be a defensive pin here. The time's going to run out. And
you could have had backs. You could have had a defensive pin. You could have had a reversal.
20-17 is your team score as we move to 170.
Yeah, 11-5. Carson with a very workmanlike win.
And this here is another kid that moved into the Cape area. This one was from Pennsylvania, correct?
Yes, and Cape's a wonderful place to live, Benny.
I hear you.
And we don't accept school choice, so people really have to move here.
So Dwayne Wilbank and Michael Elphick.
Yep, Michael Elphick. So Michael Elphick coming from Daniel Boone High School, which is 20 minutes outside of Reading, Pennsylvania.
On this side of Reading, yeah. I was just up there last weekend.
Yeah, he's at 70, and he's wrestling Dwayne Wilbank, who was a War on the Shore JV champ, 10th grader, 15 and 14.
This kid, his job last year, he was the shave point guy. He got thrown out against all the animals. And we'll see what he picked up from it.
And listen,
that's a tough road to go as a freshman.
And that is a great thing about wrestling. Like, look, you want to build some character, we're going to send you out there against a guy with a tattoo and just don't get pinned.
And you're supposed to lose every night, right?
And you're losing every night, yeah. And time goes on, and you become a little better, and this is what you're looking at. He's a good-looking wrestler. He's a good-looking kid, man. He looks the part.
We did a couple Milford games this year, and the one thing we noticed going through the rosters was the number of Milford wrestlers that play football.
Yeah.
Quite a few. I think we counted 10.
Yeah, and historically they've always done a good job. And those two sports, listen,
go well together.
You see it in the NFL. A lot of the linemen, a lot of the linebackers, they wrestled.
And I tell you what other sport goes well with wrestling is lacrosse, especially if you're the face-off guy.
Yeah, and especially at Cape. C.J. Fritchman, face-off specialist at Cape.
He plays football and wrestles.
And footballs and he's a three-sport guy. Didn't get a chance to play last year because of the COVID shutdown.
The late Mike Schoenwolf, former athletic director of CR, riding around his famous go-kart one day, told me that three sports athletes is what makes the schools. Absolutely. He says that's what makes the athletic program, the three sport athletes.
Especially the small schools, because you get a kid out for track who's really good at two other sports. That gives you depth. I mean, listen, wrestlers, you don't have to be a state champ to help the team.
No.
You can be.
I don't think Ethic wants to lock there in his over-under.
Yeah. You could be a kid that shaves points. You could be a lot of different things.
.25 seconds to go here in the first period at 170 pounds. Big throw! Not able to get it to go right back to it.
And Elphick looks strong and looks like he wants to slow it down.
Right. And 14 seconds ago. Let me tell you something, Scott. I've walked in Milford's room, and almost every practice they spend 15, 20 minutes on over-under.
Yeah.
Over-under position.
You're going to be in it.
Yeah.
Might as well practice it. So
and they're good at it.
So we had this match really as a toss-up just because we weren't really sure.
Right. Yeah, you had the kid moving in and the kid moving up.
Yeah, so.
Woodbank, I think, got a lot of playing time in football this year as a sophomore. Mm-hmm. Milford kind of struggled in football. They got, they got put in the COVID quarantine and missed a couple games. And
yeah. And look at that, Mike. He's a well-built kid. He's strong. He looks like he's in good shape.
He's a senior, correct?
He's a senior, and he definitely knows his way around the weight room and the wrestling room. And Wolfbank is not breathing hard at all. He's in good shape even with the mask.
He's pretty good athlete. Real good athlete. And that's what I said coming. We talked about this one coming in. I was like, Wolfbank's an athlete, so it's kind of hard to make a call on this match. And it's the first match of the year. So hopefully after everybody gets on the mat this weekend and Monday, we can put together some rankings. Hope to have some rankings coming to you folks next week. Just didn't get enough response from the coaches to find out where everybody's going to be and where they're at.
Benny, your mistake was you should have asked the fans.
I did ask. I did resort to that.
You would have got everything you wanted to know more. I think with a lot of the numbers down this year, it is definitely a hard one to figure out. There's some kids.
Big mat return by Wolfbank. That'll take the sting out of you.
The fans love mat returns. They love a hard mat return.
I tell you what, you hit somebody about 3 or 4 of them in a period.
It takes the starch out of you. And this is really what I've seen out of Mike. He's pretty methodical. He's just
takedown for Elphick.
Yeah, he's just slowly making his moves, and that's a senior takedown right there.
Minute 18 to go here in the second period. 2-0 lead by Elphick. I guess technically that was a reversal, wasn't it?
Nobody's keeping score. And we're going to call that potentially dangerous?
And escape by Wolfbank.
I like it when they let him wrestle. I let him wrestle through positions. I'm a big fan of that.
Nice shot by Elphick. Gets 2 hands on the leg. And that's not what Wolfbank wanted to do. He stepped up and gives him 2 legs.
There you go.
And gets the takedown. It's a 4-1 lead for Mike Elphick and the Vikings. A win here will tie it up, and we know we definitely got a forfeit coming at heavyweight.
Possibly 220, Benny.
Yep.
And I would say Cape.
So we got 82 and 95 left. I think that we're going to wrestle.
Yeah, 4-1 right now. 30 seconds left in the second. Mike, formerly from Daniel Boone High School in outside Reading, Pennsylvania. And by outside,
There's a lot of schools in that area too.
Yeah,
That's a big wrestling area.
By outside,
it's
we
a lot
mean 20
Canes
minutes.
is.
Yeah, and I understand that Daniel Boone's not wrestling this year.
Oh, well, good move.
Yeah, so that worked out perfect.
So we got a stall on and a point for Wilbank.
Hmm.
11 seconds to go here in the second period. Now 4-2. Wilbank on bottom.
Listen, now you do after giving up a stall point, you do not want to give up escape here.
No. And rises to his feet, puts the hand fight on, trying to get him back to the mat. That's enough to escape off the stall call. 5
seconds left. Drop down. Drop down.
Gets the stall call. I don't know, Scott.
I don't know, Benny.
That was
trying to return him.
That's the rule. Make an attempt to return him to the mat.
Yeah, make an attempt. He made an attempt. I'll tell you what the worst thing is that you get the stall call and the escape.
And the escape, yeah, we see that a lot.
Yeah.
Got to kind of know when to hold him, know when to fold him in that situation.
I thought he made an attempt. But
maybe the ref thought it was a fake attempt. I don't know.
That's a good point.
I felt he tried to bring him back twice and just couldn't get him there. But maybe try a different type of attempt, maybe a lift or, cut the corner. And
I did say I was going to be more patient, so I really need to reevaluate my.
So we move to the third period. 4-3, and Wilbank going to take the bottom position.
I mean, after what just happened, he picked up 2 without even an escape. I would take bottom too.
Absolutely, yeah. And he was near getting the escape.
Yeah.
The next stall call, he's going to give him the free release.
He's going to give him the next stall call is 2 points.
That's correct.
I mean, those are 2 strange kind of stall calls. They were the right calls. Don't get me wrong, but usually you're just so used to see stalling like back and back and back and back and or not advancing, So it's 4-4 third period. Always comes down to a takedown in the third.
4-4. Clock is winding. 170 pounds. I think a win here in Cape definitely puts it away.
Oh, I thought
with the 2 forfeits.
was going to lock it up.
Oh, big over-under. I think he forced it too much.
Yeah, he did.
He's got to feel the push.
And
minute 30 to go.
You can't do it when the guy's not pushing in.
No.
Unless you're Kenny Monday. Kenny Monday could throw people if they were backing away, but not everyone's Kenny Monday.
So good they named the day of the week after, right?
He was one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. Gold medalist, 88, I think.
It's going to be the 80s, yeah.
Yeah. The 80s were a good time. So here we go. 1 minute left. It's going to come down to a takedown.
Switches to a double.
Looking for a lift. He's trying to cut it. Wilbank's fighting him. It's hooked on the head. Oh,
wow.
Good
What
defense. Good defense.
What defense. And going to get a stall out of that. Wow.
Once you break the dam on stalling calls, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over,
They come flowing.
They come flowing. It's
I mean, that guy just worked to get out of a double leg.
They come in hot and heavy. Here we go.
I'll have to read the rule. I'm not quite sure that was the intent of the rule, but he could be correct.
Don't let the rule slow you down now.
No.
Don't let the reading of the rule book get in your way.
I mean, he basically got carried to the edge of the mat.
Yes. I was disputing the other two, and I feel really like a homer if I'm not disputing that one.
Under a minute to go. 4-4.
It's coming down to a takedown.
Other than the stalling calls, I just kind of think Elphick has controlled this match.
Absolutely. He's completely controlled this match. 2 stalls and 2 escapes.
And we're going to see a lot of this, I think, this year. When you get battle in those tight ties and locks, with the mask coming loose.
I'd like to see somebody make one that connects to the headgear.
Oh, can you imagine trying to getting twisted and getting them back on? Oh my God.
Yes, I can. All right, so here we go. 41 seconds left.
4-4 at 170 pounds. Dual meet was within 3 points.
We were calling this a toss-up just because we didn't know.
Right. Yeah, we just no real knowledge. Oh, Wolfbank in with a double.
Oh.
And he's going to stay on. This is his first leg attack of the night. That's a takedown.
He's up around the waist.
Wolfbank takes a 6-4 lead.
Mike bails out.
Well, he almost had to score. He's in danger of giving up backs.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to face him. Oh!
Yeah, we're going to go out of bounds.
Oh!
6 seconds to go.
Benny.
6-4 lead for Dwayne Wolfbank.
I thought that was it right there.
I thought he was going to take him down.
I thought he was going to take him down.
I don't think either one of these guys really want overtime right now.
No, who does? No
They're
one.
both. That mask is unhooking off the ear like there's no tomorrow. Both these guys, isn't it?
Listen, mask on, first match of the season.
Oh my God!
Please God, no overtime. So it's 6-4, 6 seconds left.
I cut him. I had to let him go. Give him
Yeah,
about 3-4 seconds.
too.
Get rid of him. And forward rolling. Dwayne Wolfbank's going to get the win. And it's going to put Milford up 6 as we move to 182 pounds.
Hey, that was a hard-fought match. I think for his first match here at Cape, Mike Elvick did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
Battled it out the whole time.
He's a junior, or is he the senior?
He's
the,
a senior.
The other one's a junior.
Yeah, Grant Barchak is a junior.
So here we got 182. We have Taylor from Cape. And
yeah, Alex Taylor, he's a 10th grader. He had one varsity match last year as a 9th grader. So now he's moving into the starting lineup. I think Deevy's going to be the regular 82-pounder, and Alex and him will probably switch a little bit. And this is Oliver Barnes, a 10th grader. He was 1 and 2 last year, had a couple varsity matches. It's 23-17.
So coming up at the end of the match, Scott, we'll have a hammer of the night brought to you by the Henlopen Hammers.
Man, it's going to be a tough choice.
It is.
What are you thinking so far? Write down the piece of paper and slide it over to me.
Yeah, well, we still got some match. We got a big match left.
Are they getting a gift card or not?
I can't. No, I can't.
Oh, it's illegal.
That makes them a professional.
Oh, my God.
Just throw them a burger when they come by, right?
I fed more Cape kids over the past 20 years. Yeah. Oh, look at Taylor. And I will say this, Alex Taylor is a hard worker, Benny. He's been working out in the gym, lifting. He goes at it. He was at the National High School Duels. So he's definitely improved himself a lot and ready to start wrestling varsity and winning some matches.
Looking for some backs here with that deep half. 50 seconds to go.
Taylor's looking strong in this match. He'd love to come up with the first pin for Cape of the night. A lot of closely contested bouts. What's he got to do, Benny?
Lift that head,
lift
man.
that head. Everyone yells that. Lift the head. Big win for Alex Taylor.
And he goes with the old, just hold the arm down.
That's it. And for a minute, it felt like a real wrestling match there, Benny.
Right.
Get a big pin. Fans are screaming. Kids excited. Here we go.
So at 195 pounds, we have Rafael Mejia. And it looks like Dalton Deevy. Deevy was a Buccaneer last year.
That's right. Dalton Deevy was a 160-pounder. He was in the 302 rankings as high as 3, Benny.
Correct.
He was 21-3 before a foot injury sidelined him. He's a junior. He was a middle school.
And he's not coming out. They're sending out Jackson Hanlon.
Oh, it looks like Jackson Hanlon.
Interesting move there. I wonder what that's about.
Interesting move, Cotton. All right, here we go. So Rafael Mejia was 5th in the Henlopen Conference last year, 12th grader, 23-15. He's wrestling Jackson Hanlon, 12th grader, 34-13 last year, 3rd in the Henlopen Conference. And I believe he was a place winner at 145 in 2018. His brother Chris Hanlon was a state finalist and 100 career wins, over 100 career wins at Cape.
It looks like Curry may be coming out for Milford. He's getting ready. I guess his JV match technically was against Dover. So
yeah, it looks like Deevy's going to be getting bumped up to 220.
Oh, go behind by Mejia. Chin whip by Hanlon. Needs to step over and does. Gets the takedown.
This is where Hanlon's so dangerous. He's had a really good career at Cape. He's been a hard worker. He's a captain this year. He's a 4-year starter. 3 of them, sure, possibly 4. And he's got Mejia in deep trouble here on the edge of the mat with a chin whip and a step over.
And the fall.
So that runs the lead, 29-23 Cape.
That's going to be a wrap because they got the forfeit coming.
So it looks like they're sending Deavy out at 220, Dalton Deavy. We'll run through that again for those of you at home that missed it. Dalton Deavy was at Milford in 2020, ranked as high as 3rd at 160. He's moved up to 182. I think he weighed in for 195, and then they bumped him to 220.
I think they're going to forfeit the last 2.
Yeah, he was 21-3. So he picks up the forfeit, and then Lucas Rupert, 3rd in the state last year.
Forgot his headgear and mask. He's running back to the wrestling room to get his headgear and mask that he's been wearing all day. I like the kid.
We are dealing. It's high school kids.
I do love the kid.
Yeah, you got to love him. So he's going to come out and accept the forfeit.
Well, eventually.
Yeah, and that'll make it 41-23.
So after this forfeit, folks, we're going to go a quick commercial timeout, and we're going to come back with our Wrestler of the Night, our Hammer Award for our outstanding wrestler.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be 41-23 Cape.
Okay, so folks, we're going to take a commercial timeout. We'll be right back with our outstanding wrestler.
High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Sodell Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Sodell Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barkley's can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First State Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
It's a challenging market. You're well aware of that. Edward Jones is too, which is why we're here. Ready to listen and ready to help you find opportunity. Something we've been doing since 1922 in good markets and bad.
So, let's talk.
Edward Jones, it's time for investing to feel individual. It's a challenging market. You're well aware of that. Edward Jones is too, which is why we're here.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money, and who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money, and who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. In life,
Hi, I'm
some
Scott
things-
Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Crust and Craft in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located just south of the movies at Midway on Coastal Highway, Crust and Craft specializes in wood-fired pizza, homemade pasta, fresh salads, and unique appetizers. Crust and Craft also has an extensive beer list featuring local and award-winning craft beers. The culinary team prides itself on using fresh ingredients and serving beautiful dishes. Crust and Craft open 7 days a week, lunch and dinner on Coastal Highway in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell
Home
Concepts.
has never been more important. Today, our homes serve us in more ways than ever before. Our experienced Capstone Homes team can help you design and build a home for you and your family. We offer an amazing new home experience that earned us the Sussex County Custom Home Builder of the Year award. At Capstone Homes, you get a fully custom home with in-house drafting, design, customer care, and quality craftsmanship for an amazing value. Create your new home that will serve you better. Create a Capstone.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Lewis, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's is a little seafood shack on Coastal Highway serving lunch and dinner daily, featuring seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-inspired nightly specials, along with a large selection of craft ales, cocktails, and our extensive wine list. Matt's is a perfect place to enjoy dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or lunch in the lobster room. Matt's Fish Camp in Lewis, Delaware, open 7 days a week, lunch and dinner. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from
Just trying to work for the 6 the entire time. I thought the match would be closer than it was. So just working for the pin the whole time.
And you did it right when your team needed it. Milford got the big lead, and it was right at the wheelhouse of your team. And talk about that middle stretch of your lineup and how tough they are.
Yeah, we work really hard, and they came out and went as hard as they could. You know, I don't know what to say.
Well, you're jumping up 2 weight classes from last year, third in the state as a freshman. You're a conference runner-up. Now you're at 45. What are your expectations for this year?
I haven't really thought about it yet. We're just working really hard. We'll see what this season has because of COVID, but just working really hard. Try to go 45 at states and just see what I could do.
Luke Bender, he's a 145-pounder with the tech fall thing. He is the Henlopen Hammers Hammer of the Night, the outstanding wrestler. Folks, don't forget on Monday we'll be at Caesar Rodney for the Caesar Rodney Slasianum match. 4 o'clock start. We'll start about 3:45. From Cape Henlopen, the Vikings are the winners here in the first match of the season. Folks, see you.